Okay, so the other day, well, just to fill you in, I do some ride sharing on the side, right? And the other day, I picked somebody up in the middle of the day, and I'm not really familiar with the place, but I asked her what it is because I think it's probably like a plastic surgery place. And I'm like, okay, so where do you work? Is that where you work? And she's like, yep, that's where I work. And I'm like, oh, okay, so it's plastic surgery stuff? She's like, yep. And technically, it's like a spa too. And I say, okay, so do you guys get a lot of like nose jobs or people getting lipo or what kind of stuff do you do? Just because I was curious, right? And right away, first thing she says is, well, actually, pretty much one of the biggest parts of our business is top surgery. And I know what top surgery is, but I want to make sure that, we're all on the same page. And I'm like, top surgery, so you're talking about what I think you're talking about, right? And she said, yep. Taking them off. And kind of laughs. And I'm just like, oh my, that's kind of crazy. I didn't even think about that when, and obviously I know it happens, but I guess I always assumed it happened in, hospitals, not in just like little doctor's offices. And I'm like, man, that's crazy. And like, then I asked her, be honest, like, what is the typical client that you get? Is it younger people, older people, what? And she goes, oh no, it's definitely oftentimes younger people, sometimes even as young as like 13. And I'm like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. And also, when we talk a little bit more about it, she finally gets to it, and I say, just be honest. Are these? I'm like, is this primarily like black people or white people or who? And she said, oh no, definitely white people, but also a lot of Asians. And she's like, oh, and a lot of Russians, which is odd, but I'm like, obviously that's white people too. And then she asked me, why do you ask? And I live in a town where we live in an area where there's people from every demographic and every income level, and there's a lot of African Americans, and the African Americans tend to be a lower income. And I said, well, I just figured I knew it had to be white people because people who are poor don't have money for that, nor do they, they have real problems, and they don't, need to create these new problems. And she's like, yep, pretty much. And it's just crazy that what's going on in our world, man. We need to pray for America.